He loves to talk sports. He also loves dressing puppies in clown costumes. Brandon Kravitz and the Sports RX. Weekday afternoons at 3 on FM 96.9 The Game.
We are back for Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC. 407-916-8255 is number here in Orlando, or toll free 800-729-8255. We're on the new FM 96.9 The Game. You know, we've went from FM, now we're on the AM to now we're on the FM dial. So we're pretty much everywhere you're going to find now. So like I said, tune us in on 96.9, and also we're still on 740 as well too. But we went to the break, and I want to speak on this very quickly because it is preseason. Yeah. You know, we all know Mark's in Philadelphia, and so the Sixers have started their season 0-1 tonight. Mark, the Sixers played the Washington Wizards tonight, and we're going to talk about this very quickly before we get into Kevin Durant, Steve A. Smith real quick. 129-95. Mark, can you please explain to me, like, is this what we're expecting from the Sixers all year in 30 seconds?
Man, you know what? I hate to agree with you, but I think it's going to be bad. I don't know if it's going to be this bad, but it's going to be bad. The bench, it's just we have no bench. The starters, probably belong on somebody's bench. It's not good. It's D-Leaguer, Nerlens, and Okafor, and that's what it is. And Covington's okay.
Yeah, I like Covington. That's
what it is right now. I'm sorry. There's nothing else I could say. I didn't even watch the game. And, I think Allen Iverson, when he talked last year, he's just like, yeah, do you watch the Sixers? He was like, no. And I'm almost there with him. I watch it because I have to, but I understand. Trust me.
Well, I mean, just to bring up a positive note on the game, even though it has nothing to do with the 76ers, Otto Porter was 4 for 4 from downtown. Nice to see that the young man's been working on his jump shot. So,
and then that's the bright side, but the bad side is when Chris Humphries knocks down 2 3-pointers in the game.
And Drew Gooden as well, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Gooden had the Sixers, the Wizards hit 15 3-pointers in the game tonight. Other scores going on around the league. Boston beat Olympiacos 124-91. Not much to speak there. Detroit up 87-78 late third quarter.
Johnson.
Stanley Johnson's been very, very impressive. Mark's talked about Stanley Johnson a lot. He's come off the bench tonight, 29 minutes. 25 points. I mean, what a way to start his NBA career. Like I said, 102-101, 4:39 left in the fourth quarter.
Now, Paul George did drop 20 in the first quarter in that game, too. So
George is at 32 points in that game, actually. Yeah. So other scores real quickly. Milwaukee over Chicago and Milwaukee, 67-64. If you have not seen the Chris Middleton dunk, you might want to do it.
Ooh,
Middleton dunked on Jimmy Butler, something terrible. It was mid-season form. It's on Vine right now. It's all through social media. I would definitely take a look at that. 66-60 Memphis over Houston, and Denver over Dallas, 53-46. That game's at halftime. It's preseason when the starting five for the Mavericks is Raymond Felton, John Jenkins, Justin Anderson, Zaza Pachulia, and Charlie Villanueva.
Ooh.
Yeah. Speaking of great guests on the show, we have an outstanding sponsor, SOFOELLC, out here in Orlando. And on the line, we actually have the founder of SOFOELLC with something to share with everybody in the Orlando area. Our good friend and friend of the family, John Hamilton. John, how you doing, sir?
I'm all right. How you doing, Danny?
We're doing great, John. And, SOFOELLC is one of the best marketing firms and gives back so much to the community. And John wants to come on and talk about something they're doing for the community here in Orlando. So, John, the platform is all yours, my friend.
All you.
All right. First off, hello to Paul and Mark also,
hey.
Man.
Hey.
Well, here at SOFOELLC, obviously, we believe in our supporters and those who follow us and support in the things that we do. And we are very big on rewarding those who do that, and what better way to reward them than to constantly give back. So we want to try to do little things with variety and fun ideas. So this is where the idea of the scavenger hunt came to play. So it's a way to give back to the Orlando community, obviously, with a little twist. and to make it fun, like we said. So starting on Saturday, every Saturday and Sunday, starting October 10th until the 25th of October, there will be a key somewhere placed in the Orlando area. Once one of our foot soldiers place the key, we will tweet out clues. To get those clues, obviously, you have to be following at SOFOELLC. That's SOFOELLC on Twitter and or Instagram. Orlando, your job will basically be to tweet or comment the answers to the clues. Once the correct answer is submitted, then the next clue will be given. Each key will have a total of 3 clues. Once the key is found, you must then take a picture with the key and post it on either Twitter or Instagram. Tag us in the picture and use the hashtag SOFOELLC or hashtag SOFOKnows. Once again, that's hashtag SOFOELLC or hashtag SOFOKnows. Each key has a different prize. All the prizes will be revealed the day of each hunt. Prizes will range anywhere from $100 gift card, movie tickets, sports apparel, video games. We even have a luncheon with the SOFOELLC team, free haircuts, free spa days, and things of that sort. So it's going to be a bunch of different things to get everybody in the Orlando area involved, and also to give back to those like yourselves who constantly support us and follow us and do things in regards to helping build the SOFOELLC brand.
I mean, John and the SOFOELLC crew always give out stuff. They gave away NBA 2K16 the other day to a lucky follower. You know, John always is, in the time I've met him, John, first thing out of his mouth is always giving back, giving back, giving back. It's never about, you know, the business. It's always about helping the community. And so we want everybody to support, you know, SOFOELLC in the scavenger hunt. I mean, who doesn't like free stuff? You know, all you have to do is follow, tweet, and answer questions. I mean, it's pretty simple. Some of the prizes are amazing, you know, and we know we're here at Full Court Press, you know, are going to put out everywhere too. So if you missed the show, we're going to, you know, have it on the actual podcast that, you know, and the download, as well as the 3 of us, you know, are going to tweet it out, as well as from the Twitter account as well too, post on Facebook. So we're going to help out SOFOELLC as much as we can with this one. So, you know, like I said, John's giving so many different items, so many different things. So, you know, you guys got to follow him. And John, tell him how to reach you again.
We are at SOFOELLC. That's SOFOELLC on Twitter and Instagram. That's how you can find us.
Well, you know, for those who know, John has a basketball background. You know, he played ball here in high school, was a big-time high school player, Mr. Florida in the state, you know, during his high school days. John, the big story, you know, outside of Michael Kidd-Gilchrist has not been on the court. It's been with Stephen A. Smith and Kevin Durant. I'm going to let you lead this one. What are your thoughts on the Stephen A. Smith and Kevin Durant, you know, showdown, throwdown, whatever you want to call it?
Personally, I think Stephen A. had a bit of a point, but I think he went personal. The age difference between Stephen and Kevin is obviously there.
Right.
And I think Steve let it get up under his skin. I understand the character and the reputation, but that's nothing that a phone call couldn't have handled. I think that Stephen presented himself as somebody who couldn't control, you know, their anger or handle it in a more professional manner. With the you don't want to make an enemy out of me and things of the sort.
Not to mention more immature, right? You know, for as you said, there is an age gap there. You know, I just expected more maturity out of Stephen A. Smith, honestly.
Oh, most definitely.
I agree. I certainly agree. I just think that, to be honest with you, you know, this could have been handled a lot different. I've seen Stephen A. handle these situations better than this one, so I'm actually surprised. Josh Gordon was with the Cleveland Browns, you know, in the NFL. He handled that situation a lot different. I thought he would handle this one this way. And, you know, sometimes you just never know who you're talking to. I mean, if Kevin Durant, if he was really like one of these kind of street guys, I'm trying to tell you, it would be bad for Stephen A. You know, I taught the guys here from Philly and just like, look, it wouldn't have went down like that. As soon as I was seeing them, it would have happened on site. So, Stephen A., you know, if you're listening, if you hear this, look, just calm down, man. You know what I'm saying? Just calm down and handle your business. Don't make threats against a man, because guess what? Those type of threats will have somebody show up at your doorstep. Real talk.
Ooh, Philly in the building.
Yeah, definitely. I just think that you never know what somebody's dealing with at the times. Kevin Durant could have woke up with a headache, or somebody could have got him the wrong sauce on his sandwich at lunch, and he just had an attitude in the moment. Everything is about moments, and Stephen A. took it, and I just think it could have been handled better.
Paul made a great point of being able to handle himself, because he deals with Skip Bayless on a regular basis. And if anybody could get under your skin, at least in my opinion, it's Skip Bayless. He goes through this every single day, so it's just surprising that a guy like Stephen A. Smith would, like you all have said, lose his temper and go off with this. So, it is what it is at this point, but I think that right now they should just squash this whole thing. I think really it's just to get people talking about Kevin Durant's free agency, and Los Angeles, New York, because we hear this all the time, but do we honestly think that he's going to end up in L.A. and New York? In my opinion, no. I've always said from the beginning he's headed to Washington. Unless Otto Porter turns into the second coming of George Gervin, Kevin Durant is headed to D.C.
Yeah, I wouldn't place money on that one.
If he play the Sixers every night, I think he could be.
Well, yeah. The way he looked tonight, right? 4 for 4 from downtown. What do you have, 22 points, 21 minutes, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn good game for Otto Porter.
So, John, before we let you off the line tonight, John, tell everybody how to get in contact with you for the contest and where you're at in social media.
Once again, we are at SOFOELLC, SOFOELLC. We have a customer response team that's always available through the direct messages on Twitter and Instagram. So if you have any questions ahead of the scavenger hunt, you can feel free to direct message them. We also have an internship program that we're running for those, young high schoolers and things of the sort looking for job opportunities. We're running that too. So any questions in that regard, you can reach us via Twitter or Instagram at SOFOELLC.
And if you're ever on the Xbox Live, John will give you his gamer tag and see if you can beat him in 2K.
Give him the business for us. Just beat up on him.
No, I can't let that out.
John Hamilton, founder and CEO of SOFOELC. John, thanks for coming on, my friend.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
You
awesome
too.
Show.
Hey, man. Thank you.
When we come back at the top of the hour, we're talking everything Atlantic Division. Me, Paul, and Mark are going to bring up all our thoughts on the rest of the team's division. We'll be right back after the top of the hour break on Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC.